talk about this extreme backlash about Peter Parker's new face. So, I've seen the reason given, and something about this actor's face somehow meets the motion capture of the... Listen, I don't know why or what the real reason is that they changed the look of the character. But I gotta say this, guys. I gotta say this. Most of us fell in love with this game playing Spider-Man PS4, okay? I still love it. I'm actually thinking about playing it again because I'm like amped. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Something about watching Miles Morales stuff got me wanting to play it again just to have some fun at it. But when I first played Spider-Man PS4, when I first saw Peter Parker's face, I was like, this is not Peter Parker. Come on now. I know if I thought that, a whole lot of you thought that. I know. Maybe even most of you. Who we usually think of as the Peter Parker face wasn't that face. Actually, that guy actually kind of reminded me of Jim from The Office, who I could definitely see as Mr. Fantastic. I think a lot of people say he might actually be cast as Mr. Fantastic or whatever. But he doesn't have a Peter Parker face. He's not who you think of when you think of Peter Parker. Now, admittingly, there's a lot of actors out there that have been cast as different things, and you don't think of them as that. But then after they do a good performance, you're like, okay, that's them. You know what I mean? And I think that's what happened with Spider-Man PS4. I think the man's face who they chose for Peter Parker, people may have not initially thought that it would work well, but they warmed up to him. They enjoyed playing the game. It worked. We're expecting to see that with the remaster. It's just so strange that they changed his face. It's strange. Like, why? I feel like it had to be another reason. Something contractual or... I don't know. Like, I don't know why you would do that. To me, I think they could have spent more time on other things. But it is what it is. I know a lot of you think the way I do. I know a lot of you are like, yeah, I didn't think that his face actually fit as Peter in Spider-Man PS4. And think about it. If you hadn't played it, if you can actually step outside of yourself, I know some people ain't able to do that. If I was able to step outside of myself and I was told, choose who you want to be the face of Peter Parker, this guy or this guy, I'm picking the guy for the remaster. He looks more like a Peter Parker. He does. And he has a slight resemblance to Tom Holland from certain angles. You know what I mean? I've seen the guy's face. I don't think the kid looks like Tom Holland, but there is a slight resemblance from certain angles. So that's my idea. I think once I play this, I'll get used to it. But movie makers and video game makers, no. You really should run things past fans before you make major changes for sequels or remasters or whatever. Because just ask Mr. Lucas when he decided to upgrade the original Star Wars trilogy. But anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you all think, and if you enjoyed my video on this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share.